What is going on, Shib Army? I hope everybody's having a great day today. You might be wondering what this gigantic candle is that you just saw on the charts, and we're going to look at that right now. We're going to talk about it. We're going to tell you the reason why it just happened, and hopefully this will be the start of something massive. Now, first thing you can see is this candle moved all the way up very quickly to 1082, giving us a local top over here. Now, of course, there's a lot more been happening back here on the back end, and a lot of this being eaten down because this does cross over the 200 SMA, meaning that there has to be a little bit of support on it. So we'll see how this pump goes. But you might be wondering, now listen, we've created this little channel. I told you that there was a breakout imminent, that something was going to happen. Now, to be fair, it does look like it comes through on the downside, but you never know which side this is going to break on when you're looking for a candle to break out. So what happened? Well, the first thing that happened was Shiba Inu is now accepted at Burger King Paris restaurants via this partnership. And here's the article over here. Tells you that you can now utilize your their assets at Burger King Paris restaurants, but in quite an unusual way to charge their phones. At restaurants in Paris, the global fast food chain Burger King has installed the popular Instant Power bank rental machines that accept crypto payments facilitated by crypto payment provider Alchemy Pay and Binance Pay. Shiba Inu and other supported currencies can now be used to pay at power bank devices installed at global fast food chain Burger King Paris restaurants, thanks to the new collaboration. So now what you have is you have another use case being adopted by Shiba Inu in very short order, which is causing quite the little pump. Now, the market has been down just a little bit. So when you're looking at this pump, you might be saying, it's not really a 10, 20, 30% pump, but it is a pump that's in a market that is bleeding red. You can see that over here on the right side of my screen. So let's keep that in mind. Also, not affecting the bone price as of right now because bone is based on Shibarium. Now, you might be wondering, why are we not getting a bigger lift out of it? Well, because the news coming out does not strike people as incredible when you consider a couple of different facets of the Shiba Inu. Shibarium upgrade shows 70% of base fee will be burned. Now, that on itself sounds massive, right? Now, this is the excitement. This is where people are saying, okay, well, this is great. This is actually unbelievable. How fast are we going to burn now? Well, then you have this article that came out on Friday. The road to 1 penny is now on Shibarium's shoulders. And I don't want to be the one to throw cold water on this, but we have to consider at least a couple of variables. And those variables are, if we're doing 10,000 less and the average fee on Ethereum is $10, that means that the average fee on Shib is 1 penny, which means that 70% of 1 penny on every transaction is going to be burned. Now, so the question is, how many transactions per day are there on Ethereum? And the answer to that, averaging $10, is 1.084 million transactions. So we're going to take 1.084 million, and we're going to multiply that by 0.01. That's going to give us $10,840 per day in Shib that are going to be burned. So we're going to divide that by 0.3410057, which was the current price at the time we were doing this. And that was going to be somewhere in the neighborhood of 102 million Shib are going to be burned every single day. Well, now we have to get into some big numbers here, because there's 589 trillion, and we already did the math up here, by the way. I'm going to change that to 102 million because it was a little bit different last night, and it will change over time. But so that means that it's going to take 5,779,835 days in order to burn enough supply. And we're going to divide that by 365 days, which means that it's going to take 15,835 years to burn all of the supply. And that's if Shib just stays at the current price. So there's still some work to do. These fees are not going to they're not going to play well when you really start to break these down. So it's going to take a long time. This is a significant effort. So we're gonna have to come up with something a little bit more reasonable to facilitate the burns. Maybe fee should be considered at about $1. So you start to get into that number, then you start to break some of these off, and you get down to a much more reasonable number. So let's hope that, and number two, let's hope that the volume is over 1 million transactions per day, making it easier enough to do. So that is the math. That is how it works. So it's not financial advice. My name is Believes. I'm always right. I'm sure there'll be plenty of other opportunities to burn that are coming. We just don't know about them yet. But as soon as we do, we will let you know. And we'll talk to you again very soon.
Mr. Pine Cones come a long, long way, so everybody gets sideways.